சார்.
லைவ் பார்க்குறதுங்களா யூடியூப்லையா?
ஆமாம். எஸ்பிஐசி கோபின் எங்களால் போட்டு
செக்
Poi la login alguna pa.
நான் எல்லாத்தையும் ஆன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். Hello, sir. எவ்வளவு எக்ஸாம்ஷன் இருக்குங்கிறது
So good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I welcome you all for this FDP program, and it's my pleasure to introduce this session speaker, Dr. V. Usha, who is currently served as an assistant professor and head Department of Foundation English at Guru Nanak College, Chennai. She graduated and secured a gold medal in MA English from ABC College, Mayiladurai, and MPhil in English with a distinction from Government College, Kumbakonam, and PhD in English language teaching from University of Madras. As a dedicated academician with a zeal for teaching and inquisitiveness for learning experience, she was a self-motivated person with an unyielding spirit and has been teaching English for more than 18 years. She served as a lecturer
This meeting
in
is
English
being
at
recorded.
ERC Vishwanathan College, Mayiladurai, for 3 years, and at Wales College, Pallavaram, Chennai, for 2 years, and later from August 2010 onwards, she has been associated with Guru Nanak College. She has published several research papers in UGC CARE listed journals and presented papers in national and international conferences. She has been serving as a panel member in question paper setting and evaluation at several colleges at Chennai. She has received a Teaching Excellence Award from Lions Club of Madras Parktown in September 2021. Currently, she is coordinating for Guru Nanak Center for Consultancy Outreach Initiatives, Agni Pokal, an active wing of Guru Nanak Educational Society, which focuses in teaching self-defense techniques to the girl students of schools and colleges. She is also the nodal officer of the Japanese language training program at the campus. As an English language teacher, she has a never-ending quest for knowledge and flair for literature. With this short introduction about the speaker, now the session is handed over to the speaker. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. I wholeheartedly thank the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Sri Venkateshwara Arts and Science College and the Department of Sociology, Bharatiyar University, for jointly organizing this 7-day national level faculty development program on ICT tools for smart teaching and blended learning. It gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of this noble initiative. Hope my screen is visible to all of you. Yes, thank you. Here my title is ICT for Remote and Hybrid Learning, Lessons from Pandemic. So because of that lessons only, so we are joining. I'm here from Chennai, joining with you all through this online mode. So thanks to all the great initiatives and especially all these learning modes. Thank you. We all will completely agree, I hope so, with that the COVID-19 pandemic triggered an unprecedented shift in education, forcing institutions worldwide to transition from traditional in-person learning to remote and hybrid mode almost overnight. This sudden shift exposed both the potential and the limitations of information and communication technology in education. Schools, colleges, and universities rapidly adapted this particular mode of teaching and learning. Digital platforms especially, such as Zoom meeting, Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, and various learning management systems. So in short, we will call them as LMS. So learning management systems to ensure continuity in learning. So we don't want to put a stop for anything and everything because sky is our limit. So using this, yes, we are going beyond the horizons. Even today, we all have joined through the Zoom meeting for this FDP. While these technologies enabled education to persist despite lockdowns and the social distancing measures, they also highlighted significant disparities. Students and educators faced challenges related to digital literacy, accessibility, and engagement. Many regions, particularly in developing countries, struggled with inadequate internet access and a lack of digital devices, worsening educational inequalities. Teachers had to quickly adapt to online pedagogical methods, often with minimal training, which students faced issues like screen fatigue, lack of motivation, and difficulty in maintaining focus in virtual classrooms.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Ma'am, it's showing only one slide. First slide, ma'am. Have you gone to the other slides? It's not showing. It's showing like edit mode.
Okay. I'll go to the next slide. Is it visible? Is it visible, ma'am?
Edit mode only is showing, ma'am. It's not showing slideshow.
No. You just check my slide whether I have come, and now I am in the second slide. Hope it is good to all of you. Is it so? Can I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Even we, the teachers, we have to adapt different methodologies and pedagogy, isn't it? Okay. So that is what we have done. And students from their side, they have their own difficulties. And even despite all these difficulties, we have overcome those particular days strongly. Despite these hurdles, the pandemic accelerated the integration of technology in education, paving the way for long-term digital transformation. Hybrid learning models, which blended in-person and online instruction, have emerged as a viable approach to making education more flexible, inclusive, and accessible. So whatever is needed, so that that kind of learning and teaching shift changes, that has taken place. So we all have witnessed it, and we all have to accept this truth, isn't it? The pandemic underscored the critical need for investment in ICT infrastructure, even especially from colleges. So some 2 years, 1.5 years, we were at home and we were using the technology for the teaching as well as the learning process. And from the institution side, yes, they have also adapted different ICT investment in ICT infrastructure. Digital literacy programs were conducted, and policies aimed at bridging the digital divide to ensure that education remains resilient in the face of future interruptions. Information and communication technology, that is ICT, has revolutionized education, particularly during times of crisis, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. As schools and universities were forced to close, ICT emerged as a crucial tool in ensuring the continuity of learning. From online classes to digital resources, technology has played an instrumental role in making education accessible and adaptable to changing circumstances. However, the changes, however the impediments may be, but we have our own strategies to face all those challenges. And we have overcome, isn't it? ICT has developed educators and students to transition from traditional classroom setting to virtual learning environments. We have started using video conferencing platforms, tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet enabled real-time interactions between students and teachers. Learning management systems, LMS, that also we started using them. And platforms such as Google Classroom, Moodle, and Blackboard provided a structured space for assignments, discussions, and assessments. E-learning content and digital libraries we have started using, especially open access educational resources such as Khan Academy and Coursera, expanded learning opportunities beyond textbooks. While ICT has facilitated remote education, it has also highlighted digital inequalities. Many students, especially in rural and low-income areas, faced challenges in accessing devices and stable internet connections. Government and institutions responded by distributing tablets, laptops, and mobile learning devices, offering subsidized or free internet access, broadcasting educational content through television and radio for students without internet connectivity. See, using all these ways, okay, somehow we have overcome all those difficult situations. ICT has transformed traditional teaching methodologies by making learning more engaging and adaptive. Even at present, we are using, even in classrooms, okay, more than interacting inside the classrooms, we use all these technology, okay, especially for giving some assignments, giving some worksheets. Okay, so we are keeping our students engaged. For example, gamification, AI-powered learning, augmented reality, and virtual reality. Educational apps and platforms incorporate game-based learning to enhance student motivation. So through this way, we are engaging our students, and we are giving them, we are always motivating them to pursue all these skills which are much needed for this current generation. So this is how we are keeping them always engaged, and also that monotony of attending the classroom in person, I hope so that has, somehow it has reduced.
Ma'am, only one second, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption, ma'am. Usha, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, slide is not changing, ma'am. Can you please change the slide, ma'am?
I'm still in the first slide. I haven't gone to the second one.
No, ma'am, you can press F5 so it will be visible for that.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
have to
ma'am.
come
Oh,
to, wait,
it is like a thing.
what I
Okay.
have to press, sir? I'm still in the first slide, sir. I'm explaining the first slide only. I haven't gone to the next, second slide. I'm in the second slide. I haven't gone to the third one.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay. Yes. So this is how we have started adopting all these modern technologies, especially in the process of teaching and learning. Personalized learning experiences such as adaptive quizzes and AI tutors cater to individual student needs. And these emerging technologies provide immersive learning experiences, making complex subjects easier to grasp. Especially few children, instead of giving them instructions inside the classroom, they will always prefer, okay, if some kind of gamification is given, they'll be interested and they'll be involving themselves in giving answers. So that is what we have understood because of this pandemic situation. The pandemic emphasized the need for teachers to be digitally literate. Yes, we started learning, especially we, the teachers. So some of us using computers only occasionally we use computers, but at present we started using them and we started giving them some assignments through. We started giving some assign even during the holidays. Yes, we are keeping our students engaged. So all these platforms. So we have to thank all these platforms especially. And ICT has enabled online teacher training programs and certification courses. So that is what even at present is going on. Okay, even in this FDP, even in online, we are attending. And it gives a kind of confidence to the teachers how better we have to use the technology as far as the students are concerned. Webinars and online workshops to engage digital pedagogy skills and collaborative platforms for educators to share best practices and teaching strategies. So different because even in the department we are discussing with our teachers is what the other person is using. So let me also try. Likewise, we are sharing, isn't it? And some of us may lack in using certain aspects, and our peer learning is always takes place. That is also the advantage of this ICT. Traditional exams and assessments were disturbed during the pandemic, leading to the adoption of ICT-based alternatives such as online examinations were conducted, but we find it difficult. Okay, students, whether they are really focusing on their examination or not. So some kind of disturbances we may have, but still we came across those 8 days. Project-based and continuous assessment, data analytics in education, and so on. AI-powered proctoring tools ensuring integrity in assessment. So that is at present available. Digital portfolios, group projects, and interactive assignments gained prominence. ICT-enabled analytics helped track students' progress and identify their learning gaps. The role of ICT in education is expected to grow with the advancement such as AI-driven virtual tutors and smart learning assessments, blockchain technology for secure certification and credentialing, increased focus on cybersecurity and digital ethics in education. ICT has played a pivotal role in sustaining education, ensuring that learning continues beyond physical classrooms. So that is what we have understood, and that is how we are proceeding even at present. While changes and challenges remain, the interaction of technology in education has paved the way for more inclusive, flexible, and innovative learning experiences. As digital tools continue to evolve, embracing ICT in education will be essential in shaping the future of learning. Hybrid learning, which continues in person and online education has emerged as a sustainable mode for future learning. This COVID pandemic accelerated its adoption, democrating its flexibility and effectiveness in catering to diverse learning needs. Schools and universities, yes, we have started using all those techniques. Even inside the classrooms, we are using smart boards and allowing students to access lessons remotely, engage in interactive online discussions, and benefit from personalized learning experiences. Hybrid learning enhances accessibility, accommodates different learning paces, and prepares students for a technology-driven world. So we will be giving them the deadline. Yes, before that you have to submit your assignment or any class activity which has been given, or any works, any game quizzes or something like that. Yes, so according to their pace, they have started learning all these techniques. As institutions continue refining this model, it is expected to remain a fundamental part of modern education. So this is what we have learned, and this is how we are proceeding. Yes. Now, ICT tools and platforms in a remote and a hybrid learning. So this is what I'm going to concentrate at present. Video conferencing tools enable real-time virtual communication. So by the way of using Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet, even so many advanced applications are available at present. So learning management systems are digital platforms designed to facilitate online education, course management, and collaboration between teachers and students. Some of the popular LMS that we are using at present are Moodle. I hope you all know that, an open access source. This is an open access source LMS that offers customizable course creation, quizzes, discussion forums, and grading tools widely used by educational institutions. Google Classrooms, we all know that, a free LMS integrated with the Google Workplace, allowing educators to create, distribute, and grade assignments while enabling seamless communication between students and teachers. So most of us, we are using this Google Classroom, and we are very much aware of how to use them and what are the facilities available over there. Blackboard, a feature-rich LMS used in universities and corporate training, offering tools like virtual classrooms, assessments, analytics, and content management. These platforms enhance learning by providing structured course materials, interactive engagement, and efficient assessment tools. AI-driven educational tools and adaptive learning platforms use artificial intelligence to personalize learning experiences, enhance engagement, and optimize educational outcomes. These technologies analyze student performance and adapt content to meet individual learning needs. Some of its key features are personalized learning, as I told you, AI-tailored lessons, quizzes, and feedback based on a student progress and learning style. So based on the feedback given by the students, yes, we can go with the same methodology, or if any changes is needed, that could also be available. That we could change it accordingly. Automated assessment, AI can grade assessments, provide instant feedback, and identify areas for improvement. So this, all these platforms, they are helping, they are making the work of teacher as much easier. Okay, so comparatively, yes, we are making use of all these available platforms to provide a better learning environment to our students. Intelligent tailoring systems, AI-powered tutor assessment students by, this is assisting students by offering explanations and step-by-step guidance. Educators receive analytics on student performance, helping them refine teaching strategies. So it is both the sides, it is useful, even from the students' perspectives as well as from the teacher's side. Whichever is needed, yes, we are adapting. According to the situation, we are changing, right? So there are some more AI-driven platforms are available. Socratic by Google and Khan Academy's AI tool. It is also an AI tool. Dreambox Learning and Duolingo. So this is using AI. Duolingo uses AI to customize language learning paths and provide real-time feedback. These platforms revolutionize education by making learning more engaging, effective, efficient, and tailored to individual needs. So in such a way, we are making use of all these platforms. And now I'm going to the challenges and limitations. Yes, we have our own challenges. We have our own limitations as far as using the machines is concerned. Machines are concerned. The digital divide refers to the gap between individuals and the communications who have access to digital technologies. Yes, this divide is primarily caused by issues of accessibility and affordability. So whether they are eligible to access the modern technologies or whether they are affordable to use them, yes, so there lies our challenges impacting education, employment, and social inclusion. Limited internet infrastructure, so that is as far as accessibility is concerned. So these are the limitations we have. Lack of digital literacy, and they find it difficult how to use the modern gadgets, and inadequate access to diverse hinder connectivity, especially in rural and underprivileged areas. So reaching them is much more difficult for the teachers as far as the teachers are concerned. Affordability, as far as our affordability is concerned, high costs of internet services, devices, and data plans make digital access unaffordable for many students, especially many students, widening socioeconomic disparities. Educational impact: students without digital access struggle. They often struggle with online learning, leading to educational inequality. So that's why a kind of disparity we could find among the students. Even the way, even their attitude, even that is also one more different aspect we have to talk about. I'm not going to discuss at present now. Solutions is government as well as NGOs. They started giving some solutions. Even the tech companies are still working to bridge this gap through affordable internet initiatives and digital literacy programs and public Wi-Fi access. So accordingly, yes, there are some changes. We need some changes to take place. Addressing the digital divide is essential for ensuring equal opportunities in education, employment, and social participation in an increasingly digital world. Remote learning and work environments often face challenges in maintaining engagement and motivation due to lack of physical presence and direct interactions. Some of the key issues we could find, yes. So what are the key issues we will see? Yes, home environments can be full of distractions, reducing concentration. Yes, this is one such. Even attending this FDP, and some of us, we are, switching on our audio. And by the way, it is disturbing the attention of the other participants. Okay, this is how it is going on. Okay, this is one of the disturbances that we will get whenever we are attending some of the, while attending through sitting at home. So it is, reducing our concentration, isolation, and reduced interactions. So we are being isolated. So that is what we have come across during this pandemic situation, right? Limited face-to-face engagement can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnection, right? And then lack of immediate feedback. So we have to wait for the feedback. If we are talking to people in person, immediately we will come to know whether it is right or wrong, what we are doing is right or wrong. But unfortunately, because of this online mode, we find it difficult to get the immediate feedbacks. So that we have, all of us, we have undergone. Displayed responses from instructors or colleagues can impact motivation. Then technical and accessibility issues we had. Most of us we had poor internet connections or unfamiliarity with the digital tools can hinder the participation. Okay, so that because of that, some of us we fed up with using this modern technology. What is this? That is not, that is not even in classroom teaching. So all these predicaments we have to overcome, and we have overcame, right? Strategies to improve engagement. So how well we could use this online platforms? Yes, there are some clues. As I already suggested, gamification. So through using these platforms, we have to provide some games. Okay, by the way, even in English, yes, word games and including grammar. So even in grammar, we could give them some games. We could motivate them to practice in such a way, quizzes, because students, instead of writing, they will prefer to go for, giving multiple choice answers, giving multiple choice answers. So we could encourage them in such a way, and group discussions can boost their participation. Regular check-ins and communication, virtual meetings, feedback sessions, and collaboration tools help maintain connectivity. Yes, self-paced and adaptive learning, AI-driven platforms, tailor content and into individual learning styles to keep students engaged. So we immediately we got the response from the students, and especially whenever we are practicing, whenever we are using inside the classroom, inside the laboratory, language labs, we could find where the students are lacking and how well we could give importance to them, and how to motivate them to present in a different way. So all these we have learned from our students. AI-driven platforms, tailor content, yes, virtual study groups and discussion forums help build a sense of community. Addressing these challenges with innovative strategies can create a more engaging and motivating remote learning and or work environment. So the shift from this digital learning requires both teachers and students to adapt to new technologies, teaching methods, and learning environments. Adaptability plays a crucial role in ensuring effective online education. Yes, we have adopted, okay, according to the situation, we have changed and we have adopted all those new modes of learning and teaching. Key aspects in adaptability, as far as the teachers are concerned, we have some criteria. Yes, we must embrace digital tools, modify teaching strategies, and develop technical skills to engage students effectively. So instead of the traditional mode of teaching, yes, because of this pandemic, even the teachers, we came to know, yes, how well we have to use the all these available ICT tools, and we even though it not only inside the classroom but also, yes, even from home they are using all these modes and to develop their skills. So that is what we are doing, and this is what the teachers they have learned because of this pandemic situation. And students side, yes, they need to develop self-discipline, digital literacy, and the ability to navigate online learning platforms. Even for them also, there were some hinges, yes, and they have overcome digital literacy. Yes, both the sides it is, as well as the teachers, as well as the students, self-discipline, okay, because they were isolated. It is not that how well they are behaving. And inside the classroom, the teachers will always insist the students, yes, this is how you have to be inside the classroom. You have to, yes. Then we have some solutions, training programs, interactive content, and user-friendly platforms help improve digital learning experiences. So this is how we are equipping ourselves, enriching ourselves, okay, as far as this particular era is concerned. With the proper support of resources, both teachers and students can successfully transition to and benefit from digital learning environments. Yes. Now, going to the next slide. Lessons learned from the pandemic. Yes, There are some lessons. Yes, what are they? Yes, I'm going to talk about that. Quite a number of lessons that we have learned from this pandemic. To name a few, the importance of digital literacy for educators and students. That is the most predominant thing. Yes, which has helped us a lot. Even at present, it is helping us. Okay, how to handle the students of present age, even the students of the future. Okay, the pandemic highlighted the critical need for digital literacy among educators and students as remote learning became the norm. Teachers had to quickly adapt to online platforms, virtual classrooms, and digital teaching tools, while students needed to develop technical skills to access and engage with online content effectively. Both the sides, we got a kind of advancement. Okay, digital literacy enables seamless communication, efficient problem solving, and safe internet usage. It also ensures equitable learning opportunities, preparing individuals for a technology-driven world. The future is going to be dominated by AI. So we are preparing our students to face the challenges of the future. Somehow we are giving them the lead. This is how you have to respond. This is how you have to proceed. Okay, likewise, we are giving them some kind of guidance by the way of using all these technological advancements. Investing in digital literacy training is essential for future ready education. That is what the institutions are doing. That is what each and every higher educational institutions are concentrating, because all these are the challenges. So we have to overcome all these challenges by the way of effectively handling them. Need for equitable access to technology and internet connectivity. The pandemic underscored the urgent need for equitable access to technology and reliable internet connectivity as many students and educators faced barriers in accessing online learning. So we find it difficult. Yes. Okay. Sometimes the internet stability is good. Sometimes it is unstable. And sometimes, we were unable to connect to the particular meeting or the particular whatever it is. Okay. We find it difficult. So all these, yes, we have to overcome. Without consistent access to devices or stable internet, learners from advanced background were at a significant disadvantage, exacerbating educational inequalities. Ensuring that all students have the tools and the resources to engage in digital learning is essential for fostering an inclusive education system where every student can strive regardless of their socioeconomic status. Addressing this gap is crucial for future educational success. The inequality, okay, among the students, yes, we have to find it and we have to give the focus. Blended learning, which combines online digital media with the traditional face-to-face classroom methods, has been proven to be an effective approach in modern education. It offers the flexibility for students to learn at their own pace through online content while maintaining in-person interaction for deeper engagement and hands-on activities. That is what at present we are doing. Okay, so we are blended with both online and offline. Inside the classroom, we are giving them the instruction. We are teaching them what is there in the textbook and what is there in the syllabus. And after that, we are giving them the assignments, hands-on training sessions. So everything in online we started using. Okay, we are started using both the platforms effectively, I could say rather. This model promotes personalized learning, allowing educators to tailor instructions to individual needs and fosters student autonomy. The integration of both online and offline methods enhances learning outcomes by providing a balanced adaptable, and interactive educational experience. So even it is not that inside the classroom we have to go for the interactive sessions. Even in online modes, the students started interacting and they started gaining confidence. Okay, and more than inside the classroom, they find it easier as far as the online teaching models are concerned. The role of government, as here we have to talk about what are the initiatives taken by the government. Yes, they are supporting whatever the present difficulties faced by the teachers as well as the learners. Government and institutional support is essential in ensuring the success of digital education. Governments play a key role by providing funding for infrastructure policies to bridge the digital divide and access to affordable internet and devices, okay, especially for the students from the remote areas. Institutions, on the other hand, are responsible and they are responsible for integrating technology into the curriculum, offering training for educators, and ensuring accessibility for all students. Collaborative efforts between governments, educational institutions, and private organizations are crucial to creating an inclusive and sustainable digital learning ecosystem. So this is what I would like to suggest. And then going to the next slide is first future of ICT in education. Yes, the future of ICT in education is being shaped by cutting edge technologies like artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and augmented reality. Artificial intelligence, yes, which is which is which is going to dominate the entire world in future, which are revolutionizing how students learn and interact with educational content. Okay, so everything is same, but the only thing we are changing the mode of communication. We are changing the mode of teaching. Okay, that is what we started incorporating in our day-to-day methodologies. And artificial intelligence in education enhances personalized learning. So this is what how the future is going to be. Automates and administrative tasks and offers intelligent tutoring systems that adapt to individual learning paces. AI-driven analytics also help educators track students' progress and identify areas for improvement. So where it is needed, where the student is lacking. So accordingly, the teacher starting giving them a kind of attention towards those particular set of students. So that is what we started practicing, and this is what is needed as far as the future of future generation is concerned. We started implementing all those activities even in present itself. Virtual reality, in short, we will call them as VR, creates immersive learning environments where students can explore historical events, distant planets. Yes, historical events, virtual tours are available. Even recently, the government has inaugurated that Kiradi Agara Araibu. So which has an virtual reality tour is available, and using them, even the students at present, they will witness even from their place, they are able to see whatever available in the world around. And distant planets they could see, and complex scientific concepts through interactive simulations, fostering deeper engagements and understanding. Augmented reality overlays digital information on the physical world, allowing students to interact with 3D models and visualizations in real time, enhancing experiential learning in subjects like anatomy, engineering, and architecture. So why these three are given here, So here they need more kind of interactive, as well as they would like to see what is really in 3D models. So they will give them clarification how the model is going to be and how they have to give the shape and how they have to plan for the future. So all these, that is available because of this platform called augmented reality. These all these they are emerging trends promise to make education more interactive, accessible, and tailored to individual needs. So always when they're using this tailored to individual needs, it is not that gone are the days, okay, how earlier the education system was and how at present it is going on and what are the needs of the students at present. So each and every student to be given importance. And by the way, we started using and effectively we have started using all these available platforms while also preparing students for the technology driven future, because future is it is a very big question mark how they are going to face the future, because the challenges at present are entirely different, and gone and they have to focus on developing their life skills, especially they have to focus on all these life skills, so how they have to compete with others. So we have to prepare them to meet the challenges of the future. So by the way of introducing all these technological skills, not only inside the classroom, even from home, how could they improve and enrich their skills? So that is what we are doing. Sustainable and inclusive digital learning strategies focus on providing equitable access to education for all, regardless of socio-economic background or geographic location. Okay, irrespective of their socio-economic settings, individuals are given importance as far as their knowledge is concerned. It is not based on which category they belong to. Yes, key approaches include offering affordable internet and devices, creating accessible content for students with disabilities, and ensuring that digital platforms are user friendly. So according to the needs of the users, so we started using them in a much better way. Additionally, sustainable strategies promote long-term long-term usage of open source resources, and these efforts ensure that digital education can reach diverse learners, fostering long-time learning while reducing educational inequalities. So educational, as far as education is concerned, we started reducing the inequalities by the way of using all these digital platforms. So policy recommendations for bridging the digital divide. Some of the policies is how could we improve by the way of bridging this digital divide. To bridge the digital divide, policies should focus on ensuring equitable access to technology and internet services for all students, regardless of their geographic or socio-economic status. So this is now at present is much concern, and definitely it needs time. Yes, we have to focus on it. How could we give access to all the students, and irrespective of their socio-economic status? Governments can invest in infrastructure. Yes, they have started already. They have started doing it, but still some more efforts needed from their side, such as expanding broadband networks to rural and undeserved areas, and provide subsidies or grants for devices and internet access for low-income families. Additionally, policies should promote digital literacy programs for both online learning and students, ensuring they have the skills to effectively navigate online learning platforms. Collaboration between the public and the private sectors can also driven more innovation in providing affordable and inclusive digital solutions. So these are the future ICT, how the future of ICT in education is going to be. And now coming to the conclusion, yes, the integration of information and communication technology, integration of ICT, has dramatically transformed education by enhancing accessibility, engagement, and learning outcomes. So this, all of us, we have to accept. There is no doubt at all. So how it has improved the learners as well as the teachers' perception, from enabling remote learning to fostering interactive classrooms, ICT has made education more flexible and inclusive. Okay, what are the available platforms? How are we going to use them? How are we going to use them for the betterment of the students? So this is the main concern of the teachers at present. It has empowered educators with innovative teaching tools and provided students with a broad range of learning resources. However, the rapid evolution of technology calls for continued innovation and investment in educational technologies. So that is how we call, this is what we call as educational technology. Ongoing development and support are essential to ensure that digital learning remains accessible, effective, and sustainable for all learners. So preparing them for the challenges of the future. So it is the main concern of the teacher, how to prepare the learners, the students, to face the challenges of the future. So with this, my presentation is over.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any clarifications, you can. The floor is yours. Dear participants, if you have any clarifications, you can ask. Otherwise, you can put it in the chat box. Dear participants, if you don't have any questions, shall we? Madam, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful session. Really, it was informative. On behalf of IQAC of Venkateshwara Arts and Science College, it's a pleasure to thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the given opportunity.
It's our privilege, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Shall we wind up, sir?
Dear participants, it is for your kind attention. You are requested to fill the feedback link, which will be posted in the last session of every day's FDP. Then only you will be getting your e-certificate of 7-day FDP program. Thank you. We can wind up and we can short by 3:30.
Sir, sir,
Ma'am,
good
can
afternoon,
you
sir.
hear me, ma'am? Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Sir, shall we start
Can
the
you hear
session?
me? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening to everyone present here. On behalf of Sri Venkateswara Arts and Science College and Internal Quality Assurance Cell and Department of Sociology, Bardiyar University, I welcome you all for the fourth session of second day FDP. It's my great pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Enoch Joel, Assistant Professor, Department of Education Technology, Coimbatore. I'm happy to introduce the on this special occasion. He completed his UG degree in computer science at Government Arts College, Salem. He completed his PG and MPhil degree in computer science at St. Joseph College, Trichy. He also completed MAT in Bharathasan University. He completed his PhD in Education Technology, Bardiyar University. He started his career as a lecturer in SIAS College of Arts and Science, Tiruvannamalai from 2004 to 2005. He worked as a lecturer in Annapurna College of Education, Salem from 2007 to 2009. And at present, he is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Education Technology, Bardiyar University, Coimbatore from 2009 to till date. He was cracked net in the year of 2006. He is a life membership in Council of Teacher Education, Tamil Nadu State Center. He is a board of studies member in various institutions. He produced 8 PhD scholars and 1 MPhil scholar. He has published 4 books, 15 publications at national level, and 10 publications at international level. All the above mentioned traits goes to the chief guest of today's FDP, Dr. Enoch Joel. On behalf of IQAC, Sri Venkateswara Arts and Science College, we welcome you, sir. Now we are honored to invite our esteemed chief guest to take over this session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your nice introduction.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see the presentation, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
See, today we'll discuss about developing e-content. Um, just I would like to give some introduction about developing e-content. Actually, nowadays ICT influences a lot in developing e-content. You would have known about the past 3 years. I mean, COVID session. How ICT influenced the education and online education, e-content development, all those things. Actually, information and communication technology has become one of the building blocks of modern society. So many countries now include mastering the basic ICT skills as well as 21st century skills. That is called as communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving as part of the core of basic education, along with the reading, writing, and arithmetic. See, ICT has undoubtedly brought a revolution that has the immense potential to provide more engaging, collaborative, and experiential learning platforms. Since the youth constitute more than 67% of the Indian population, it is mandatory to design a curriculum that aids skill development of youth along with providing quality basic education. The present government also emphasis on skill development and use of ICT for empowering the youth. I mean, Tamil Nadu government also has taken a very good initiation, non-Mudalvan and all those things. So the Digital India campaign 2015 has emerged as a synonym for technology revolution in India. To achieving the triple goals of Digital India campaign, that is skill, scale, and speed, the use of ICT in the way out. The government of India seeks to strengthen the use of ICT in almost every sphere, and hence the campaign is centered on 3 key areas. One is digital infrastructure available for every citizen. Second, governance, and third, services on demand and digital empowerment of citizens. These are all the ICT how influenced the e-learning or online education and e-content development processes. Why e-content? 67% of teachers believe video lessons are very effective at educating students. So most of the time they use e-content materials or e-content packages for teaching learning process. definitely it will give much more efficiency and effectiveness. And 46% of teachers said they have actually created at least one video lesson, so that all the places we use e-content or e-learning packages, e-content materials. E-content formats, in different formats you will see PowerPoint documents or websites or blogs, videos, screening records, surveys, quizzes, gaming, etc. We'll see later. And e-content is any form of learning material available. First slide. See, actually, electronic content, which is also known as digital content, refers to the content or information delivered over network based on electronic devices or that is made available using computer networks such as internet. According to Oxford Dictionary, also e-content is the digital text and the images designed to display on web pages. One more definition, according to Saxena Anurag, 2011, e-content is basically package that satisfies the conditions like minimization of distance, cost effectiveness, user friendliness, and adaptability to local conditions. Um, A well-developed e-content can be delivered many times to different learners. Individual course components, I think units, lessons, and media elements such as graphics and animations can be reused in different contexts. Actually, e-content is any form of learning material available digitally, which a learner access or interacts with so as to achieve related learning outcomes. So e-content is becoming a popular one because it allows flexibility in terms of time, place, and place of learning, wherever, whenever, whichever we can learn through online or electronic format, electronic content format. A resource-rich environment is necessary for teaching and learning to be effective. However, many of the education resources are not easy accessible because of issues related to copyright. So, copyright is one of the most important aspects. Why? Because nowadays everything is free source, open source. So that's why CC. Some sources are open source. Some sources we can read. Some sources we can edit. Some sources we can publish. All those things. So copyright is very, very important when using the open source materials by preparing e-content or e-learning material. Hence, there is a movement to produce learning resources and make them available with open licenses, which are known as open education resources. Open education resources are available. We can download images or YouTube videos or pictures. So many things we can download from the web. But at the same time, we have to concentrate on the copyright issues. Openly licensed materials and media are useful for teaching, learning, and assessing, as well as for research purposes. A wide variety of OER is available for free use of teachers, instructors, researchers, and students. If used appropriately, digital learning resources can add considerable value to the quality of teaching and to the learner's experience. See, various forms of e-contents. E-content is often made up of separate units of a combination of text, video, images, and sound. It's called as multimedia. These are building blocks which are often used to make composite learning objects that can be exhibited in various presentation formats. You can see visual, I think, image, graphic, text, rich internet applications, games, e-journals, database presentation, books, VR and AR, virtual reality and augmented reality, e-books, interactives, animation, simulations, video, audio. So all those things are called as forms of e-content. Um, actually new integrated scheme Samagra Siksha, the year 2018 rolled out by Department of School Education and Literacy, MHRD, Government of India, while advocating for imparting quality education, school education and teacher education, has emphasized on providing quality e-content as a prerequisite for integrating ICT in education. See, we can get most of the e-content materials are open source software from the web. So all those things are not, we can't assure all those things are quality or not quality. So e-content arguments the learning experience by deploying various media for visualization and explanation of abstract ideas, keeping in view the diverse needs of learners. Now, use of e-content has become an essential component of the teaching and learning processes. Um, See, e-content is available in large numbers through various sources, but few of them are found to have the desired quality in terms of content, pedagogy, as well as technical aspects. So we will see how to select the content, what methodology we have to use, and what are all the technical aspects we will use while developing the e-content material. And the next one is copyright violations are rampant, thereby restricting the scope of customizing the e-content according to the local needs. So if you give, open source, number of users can use the e-learning material, e-content material. And also with the plethora of smart and mobile devices, teacher and student driven e-contents are available in abundance in the market. And e-contents are prepared by agencies and organizations as well as individuals. In this situation, quality of such e-contents may be questionable. See, if you open the web, we can search any topic. Plenty of materials, plenty of sources are available. The user, sometimes the user have some confusions, which one is the right, which one is the quality one, which one is the best one. So many questions coming in this connection situation. So quality of such e-contents may be questionable. Hence it is, yes sir. Yeah. Hence, it is important to develop a clear guidelines for preparing quality and standard e-content. We'll see what are all the guidelines for preparing quality and standard e-content. Please mute your audios. Yeah. Coming to the next part, designing and is it audible, ma'am? Excuse me. Okay. Designing and development of e-content. The purpose of e-content development is to create an information-rich society. That's why we have to follow some guidelines for standard e-content material. Everyone in the society is empowered to create, receive, and share and utilize information for their progress. Very well designed, developed, and validated e-content will provide access to high quality, meaningful digital content and serve as an effective virtual teacher. See, we'll see the process. E-content design, development, and approach will depend upon the nature of the content and the learners. It will also depend on the quality and the complexity of the learning you wish to create. Uh, and so many process actually e-content design development depends upon the nature of the content and the target audience learners. See, you will see what are all the steps, what are all the procedures, what are all the guidelines. Various instructional design models are available according to our requirements. Most of the models involve the process of analyzing the learner needs and the goals of the instructional material development, development of a delivery system and content, a pilot study of the material developed, implementation, evaluating, refining the materials, etc. So many methods, instructional methods are available. For example, IPS model, ISD model, Dick and Carry model, and ADD model, ABCD model. So many models are has developed for instructional material development. Why? Because it is having actually development phases, implementation phases, evaluation phases, refining the material phases. So many phases are followed there. It will also depend on the quality and the complexity of the learning to be achieved. So once the e-learning material, e-content material has been prepared or developed, the quality or the learning achievement is very, very important. Instructional design is the practice of creating instructional experiences that make the acquisition of knowledge and skill more efficient, effective, and appealing. The process broadly consists of determining the current status of the learners. See, we'll discuss in the analysis phase in the following slides. So the target learners or target audience are very, very important while preparing the e-content. Understanding, defining the end goal of the instructional material, and creating some intervention to assist the transaction. The systematic approach provides a step-by-step process for the analysis of the learner's needs, the design development of the material. Here also, in designing the development of e-content, we have to adopt one of the instructional design models based on our requirements. Before understanding the design and the development of e-content, it's essential to understand the meaning of instructional design. So first we listen or understand what is instructional design or instructional methods, instructional theory, that is fully useful for developing the e-learning or e-content material. Um, there are various instructional design models available. Most of the models involves the process of analyzing the learner's needs and goals of the instructional material development of a delivery system and content, pilot study of the material developed, and the implementation, evaluation, refinement of the materials, all those things. In the designing and developing e-content, a suitable instruction design approach based on our requirements can be adopted. Most common and popular model used for creating instructional materials is the ADDIE model. So, so many models are there in preparing e-content material. ABCD model, Dick and Carry model, ISD model, IPS model. But here, most of the e-learning packages or e-content materials will be developed by using ADDIE model. This abbreviation stands for the 5 phases involved in the model. They are analyze, design, development, implement, and evaluate. So the first step is analyze and design, development, implementation, and evaluation. This model is initially developed by Florida State University to explain the process involved in the formulation of an instructional systems development, ISD, program for military inter-service training. Actually, the instructional design model was used in the military. Yes, madam. Yeah, you can see the diagram: analysis, design, develop, implement, and evaluation. So look at the diagram. In each phase, it is interrelated or interconnected with the evaluation phase. You can see analysis, immediately it's interconnected to evaluation, and the next step is design. Design also immediately connected to evaluate, and next to the design phase, development phase is also connected to the evaluation phase, and the following development phase, the last one is implementation. So implementation is also connected to evaluation. Why I am saying here, so all those steps or all those phases are immediately connected to the next and the evaluation phase. Why? We'll see. The first one is analysis phase. So the parameter need analysis. See, analysis is very, very important for developing any e-learning packages or e-learning material or whatever it may be. So before starting the task, we should analyze. So without analysis, we can't start or we can't do anything. It's very important to define the needs before developing the e-content. Before developing the package or e-content material, so first we look out the needs of the learners or target audience. Needs can be identified from the perspective of different stakeholders like learners, teachers, subject matter experts, practitioners, policy makers, etc. It can also be based on the findings of primary and secondary research studies and can be inferred from the current scenario of the educational setup. So we can analyze the need by uh, I think research, by some research studies. Based on the research studies, we can conclude the need analysis. So what are all the tasks? Excuse me, someone is talking. Yeah. So the task capture needs from multiple stakeholders using appropriate method and identify the suitability of the e-content for the proposed topic, review existing e-content, identify the gaps, refer multiple sources of literature and capture the need, prioritize needs based on the stakeholders requirement. Actually, um, the next one is we can see context analysis. It is the collection of data to understand the physical, technical, and the socio-cultural context in which the e-content will be used. So in terms of context analysis parameter, identify the constraints and opportunities in the physical aspects of the learner and the learning environment. I mean, the what are all the infrastructures available to the learner or learning spaces, etc. So not only the learner, for the developer side also, so we should ensure that what are all the infrastructures available to develop or design or developing phases. So identify the constraints and opportunities in the technical aspects of the learner and the learning environment such as availability of devices, equipment, internet, electricity. So all the infrastructure facilities. And the next one is identify the constraints and opportunities in the socio-cultural aspects of the learner and the learning environment such as language, socioeconomic status, belief system, etc. So the analysis phase is very, very important. Next one is the learner analysis, parameter learner analysis. Here, identify and specify the user as students or teachers, educators, trainers, parents, professional, etc. This is very, very important. While preparing or developing e-content material, first we should note our the immediate concept is who is the target audience or um, where our package or e-learning material will be presented. So this is very, very important. Who are all the target audience? So suppose we are developing a short film. Suppose I'm developing a short film in Tamil Nadu. I want to show my short film in Kerala state. So before developing my short film, I should have a analysis because the target audience is very, very important. Yes, when I am showing my e-learning package or e-content material in Kerala states, so based on the target group, students or the end user, I have to prepare my e-learning packages or my using my text or audio, all those things. It should be suitable for the target audience. That is very, very important. So capture target audience profile, including aspects of demographic, cognitive, physiological, and socio-cultural. Previous knowledge, learning styles, level of motivation, interest, cognitive, sensory, and physical disabilities, socio-demographic background, etc. And the fourth parameter is content analysis. So before developing our content, how much importance we have given for audience, I mean end user or target audience, the same importance will be given to the content. See what content or which type of content we are going to give or prepare or develop. So content analysis defines the scope, appropriateness, and nature of the e-content. Good content comprehension is required before designing and developing content. It also helps in understanding the purpose and the mode of using e-content. Here, what are the tasks we can see? Identify key ideas and prepare a mind map. Identify the nature of the content as facts, concept, generalization, principles, process, etc. And check the quality of raw content for cognitive appropriateness, factual accuracy, and accessibility. So identify the skills and values, and actually as standalone series, supplementary, complementary, integrated, and all those things. So these are all the first phase, analysis phase. See, in the analysis phase, 4 parameters are available: need analysis, content analysis, context analysis, learner analysis, and content analysis. Come to the second phase, design phase. So in the first phase also, each and every phase we have to evaluate whether we have chosen a target audience right, or we have chosen a content, correct content have we chosen. So all those things we have to evaluate in each phase. See, each and every phase we have to evaluate. Not only the first, the final step of evaluation process, each and every phase we have to evaluate whether we have we are going in the right way or right path, etc, etc. Okay, right. The second phase, design phase. Actually, the design phase, it includes the pedagogical consideration of creating e-content. Here, learning objectives. Actually, in all our syllabuses and I mean in our college or university curriculum. So the first one is, we can see the objectives. Yeah. So learning objectives are very, very important. Before I mean, giving the first unit, second unit, third unit, fourth unit, fifth unit. So the I mean, the top of the every syllabus is having objectives. After completing the syllabus, the student will be able to do something. We already been seen. So learning objectives are very, very important. While preparing our e-content material or e-learning material, the first step is, after the after finish the e-learning material, the student can be able to, or the student will be finished or will be learned, whatever it may be. The learning objectives are very, very important. What the learner will be able to do at the end of the using the e-content. So specification of objectives is the first step of design stage. And the task state objectives clearly, such that they are realistic, relevant, achievable, and measurable. So we have to state the objectives clearly in the design phase. The second parameter is content structure. Here, organize the content in chunks. So we should give the content in a chunks manner. Specify alignment to previous knowledge of the learners. Structure of the content, like simple to complex, known to unknown, concrete to abstract, specific to general. So all those things are based on the psychological aspects, because each learning material will be, I mean, will be for the target audience or end user as students. So it should be made up of simple to complex, known to unknown, concrete to abstract, and specific to general. You can see learning strategies, evaluation strategies. So all those things related to selecting the objectives. So identify appropriate learning strategies, giving the corresponding to the learning outcomes, and design strategies so that e-content will be motivating and interesting, and ensure active participation of the learners, and align with the curriculum framework and learning objectives. Design learning experience to facilitate the metacognition process wherever possible. So these are all comes under learning strategies. Coming to the evaluation strategies parameter, integrate immediate and constructive feedback mechanisms, actually ensure the assessment of the learning outcomes. So I will tell the assessment about the assessment. Formative assessment and the summative assessment we will see in the last evaluation process phases. And the next one is design assessment with the flexibility in terms of phase, time, frequency, media, etc., to address the diversity of the learners. And try to design alternative assessment strategies such as peer assessment, AI based assessment, etc. Ensure assessments are created in multiple formats to maintain motivation and engagement. Design mechanism to maintain and track progress report of learners. These are all about evaluation strategies. And in the design process, selecting suitable media. See, selecting the appropriate media or an integration of audio, video, graphics, animation, simulation models, VR and AR. So these are all very, very important. Actually, which I mean softwares we are going to use for videos or audios recording. I mean, for example, if you download any video files from YouTube's, we can YouTube. That is, copyright is very, very important. And if you want to screen recording tools, we can use OBS or Screencastify or screen recording. So all those things are free and open source cross-platform streaming and recording programs. And if you want audio, if you want audio, I mean record the audio means we can, or some audio files, we want to download any audio files from web, we can go to text-to-speech.org or photofable.com. So these are all the we can websites we can download any audios or see, whenever we prepare download audio or images or YouTube videos or whatever it may be, we should have clear about the, I mean, whether it is open source or not. So this is very, very important. And the media, I mean, audio and video, graphics, animation, simulations, it's very, very important in this design phase. Visual design, actually, it's it involves designing the input controls, what buttons we have to use, text fields, checkbox, radio buttons, drop down lists, list boxes, toggles or date field. So, and navigational components, I mean, sliders, search field, these are all informational components, functionalities. So these are all little bit about design phase. Sometimes the developer need not worry about this concept, because this is what all those things in post production. See, so create design to attractive and interesting, intuitive and innovative. And what about that visual design? Select the color schemes and icons such that they are visible, appealing and relevant. Here, what about the background colors, foreground colors, whatever the frame colors or buttons? So all those things we don't bother. At the same time, when we create e-learning material or e-content material, we have to prepare a storyboard before giving to the editor. I mean, at the post-production level, we should give the content, and at the same time, we should give storyboard. So then only the, I mean, in the post-production phase, the editor can edit all those things, which button comes at which place, or the photo of the presenter will be appeared in top left or top right or the bottom right or bottom left or center place, or the heading of the topic will be appeared on center place of the frame or left side or right side. So all those things will be given in a clear manner by the developer in the storyboard. So we'll see how to prepare a storyboard in the last. And designing fonts, here you can see in the design, deciding font, which font, I mean, it involves choosing fonts as per type, size, compatibility, language, special characters, symbols, etc. So why? Because if we choose the font, color, buttons, see, each and every aspect is very very important. So um, when developing, or when we can developing e-learning materials, all those things in our mind, right? It's all comes under developing phase. Yeah, this is what this is a technical shift to the technical part. We don't, right? Prototyping test also shift to development section. Yeah, the third phase is development phase. Here as comes storyboard. Yeah, already we discussed the parameter of the storyboard, writing storyboard. So designing a description, designing a storyboard, and a storyboard as a reference document for a production team. So as a teacher or a developer, we should develop, or we should prepare a storyboard and give it to the production team. According to the storyboard or a storyline, they will develop a e-content material or e-learning material. So a storyboard is a visual script for development of the e-content. This is what it's a blueprint. We can say that a blueprint. How we say that. Before constructing a house, or whatever it may be, if we prepare a blueprint, so what about the hall size, what about the room size, which wood is going to be used, or what are all the materials will be, so all those things will be discussed in the blueprint. The same as before constructing a e-learning material, storyboard is a blueprint for creating and developing a e-learning material. The storyboard consists of frame-wise detailing of all elements like text, visuals, audio, video, interactivities, etc. See, already just now I told. So in this storyboard, we have to explain, say, detailed about the text, visuals, audio, video. Sometimes which font will appear, or the font size or font colors. So will it be in a small size or capital? So all capital letters, or first letter should be a capital one. So all those things will be given in a precise and clear and detailed manner. Yeah. A storyboard also provides role-wise instructions. Actually, a production team, graphic designer, animator, etc. separately. So this is about the development team. Actually, if the developer or the teacher, if he or she wants to make any graphics or animations or anything, so we can approach the technical team. They will develop and give, or otherwise we can download from the web by open sources. Okay, right? So what are the tasks in the development phases? Ensure that a storyboard is logical and sequential. So it should be very logical and sequential. So which slide, or which text, or which audio, or which animation, which video, which will come first, or next, second, third, fourth, fifth, each and everything will be clearly stated in the storyboard. It's logical and sequential. It should be aligned with the content map, credit at design stage. Provide clear instructions for the developers to use the appropriate media elements. So get the storyboard reviewed by the content, pedagogical, and technical experts. Actually, once we develop the storyboard, so what content, whether the content will come at which, sometimes some video files will be played. We can tell the development team, what is the speed of the video. So sometimes some video file will be played on slow motion, or some normal speed. So that also be informed to the in the storyboard. So use appropriate format to develop storyboard based on the format of e-content. Clearly state the topic and target group, objectives, content coverage, media type, presentation, format, development team, etc. etc. Storyboard can include instructions in various forms like text, audio, visual, animation, graphics, etc. Include formative assessment. Two types of assessment will be followed. One is formative assessment, another one is summative assessment. Summative assessment will be assessed by the end of the session or end of the e-learning material. Formative assessment will be assessed each and every phase. That's what I already explained in the ADDIE model. So if we look at the analysis phase, so each and every phase a formative assessment is needed. So that is what is very, very important in the development phase. Production, here look at the task, list down the various media elements that need to be identified or created based on the storyboard. And the next one is identify and select appropriate tools, preferably free and open source, that meet the necessary compliance standards to develop the media elements. And identify and allocate the human resource for the production of individual media element. Schedule the production timelines for each media element and ensure coordination at a functional level. Develop the media elements as per the storyboard. So again, I'm telling the production team will not, they are not expert in the, content development or any other matter. Storyboard is very, very important. So based on the storyboard only, they will prepare e-learning material, e-content material. So ensure that the media elements follow the instructional strategies, visual and technical design guidelines during the process of development. Get each media element reviewed by subject expert, technical expert, and a pedagogical expert before integration. So this is comes under the third phase, development phase. It's all production. So preview, develop a post-production evaluation sheet, format a preview team that includes subject matter, technical and pedagogical experts. So check the technical and instructional aspects. These are all, post-production evaluation of e-content. The delivery strategy. See, actually, delivery strategy also fixed in the development phase. Actually, a list required hardware and the software with the specification. Specify modalities for delivery of the e-content. List prerequisite knowledge and skills required for facilitator and the learner to use the e-content. Provide step-by-step instructions with the necessary visuals for using e-content. Include usage policy. So all those things will be clearly stated the delivery strategy. And the next one is process documentation, how to document the process, documenting the detailed process of e-content development. Elaborate purpose, relevance, target audience, followed by subject and content details. Mention a procedure for developing testing and modifying the e-content. Provide adequate supporting and documents at annexure. Mention terminology used in documents with a brief introduction. Present the content in simple language with illustrations, all those things. So come to the fourth one is implementation. This implementation also very, very important. Why? Because once the e-learning materials is developed, it should be implemented. So based on the objectives only we can implement. Okay. For example, if I if I develop a blackboard duster, I should the testing process I should use, or I should verify whether the blackboard is rubbed clearly or not. Or at the same time, I use the duster for blackboard duster for some other flooring cleaning or whatever it may be. I can't test fully. The testing will not be effective. That's what I'm telling. So based on the guidelines in the implementation strategy, document the e-content to be used. Also validate in terms of usability, technical features, and the expected outcome. So these are all very, very important. Testing the developed e-content on a sample of target group to establish its validity and usability.
Here we can see the task testing. I mean, decide task target group. So uh, uh, I mean the e-comm material or e-learning material I have prepared for some other target audience. So I have to test the material for the right target people. If if I developed the short film for Kerala people, and I show the short film in some other state, I mean Andhra, Karnataka, it may not be satisfy, or it may not be effective. Why? Because the target audience, the target students are very very important. So sometimes the e-learning material will be developed for primary students or secondary students or a tertiary level, whatever it may be. So the target audience, target group is very very important. And following implementation strategy document, try out the final e-content on the representative sample of the target group. The next one is develop an observation schedule and use to collect information for validating the content. Enlist changes to be done to maintain the validity of the content. If required, modify the content and the implementation strategy document based on the field tryout. Actually, this is at the time of implementation, or we can get some feedback from the target audience. If any content or any modules or text or mm, videos, audios, whatever it may be, if you want to change or if you want to I mean modify, so if required, the implementation strategy document based on the field tryout. Okay. And this is what the implementation phase. Certification, the last one is certifying the usage policy of the economy, enabling the user to access and use of the economy based on the terms and conditions. I mean, intellectual property rights. Already I told that copyright is very very important. So OER, open education resources, we can download, how to download I mean text material or video material, audio material, images, graphics, animations, all those things are available in OER websites. So we go and download that sites without any copyright issues. And the last task about the release e-content under the specific license, describe the usage policy in simple terms, display the license at a prominent place in the e-content, specify IPR and license policy for future upgrades, mention the period of the usability of the e-content, describe terms and for reusability of the e-content. These are all implementation phases. The last one is evaluation phase. So come to the evaluation phase. So overall, each and every phase is evaluated itself, but it is the last phase of ADDIE model. The evaluation phase consists of two parts. One is formative and summative evaluation. Formative evaluation is present in each stage of the ADDIE process. Already I told that formative evaluation is present in each stage of the ADDIE process. Summative evaluation determines the adequacy of the distributed material in achieving the course objectives. So according to the feedback mechanism dimension, develop feedback tools for collecting feedback from different stakeholders, mount the feedback tool on the platform for easy access. Items for feedback should relate to techno-pedagogy, content and contextual relevance. So the formative and the summative evaluations are very very important. And develop a mechanism that provides for feedback to flow into the system to initiate improvement thereafter. And the last one, develop a system to maintain records of stakeholders feedback and action taken. So based on the feedback mechanism, it should revise or reuse, or I mean if we want to edit or modify, we can do it. So already I explained the storyboard is very very important. Storyboard is the process of writing stories in the screenplay medium. Script writing is writing down the movement, actions, expression, and dialogue of the characters in screenplay format. The process of writing a novel, a poem, or essay is entirely different than script writing. In order to express yourself effectively for the screen, particular formatting methods are required. Screenplay format is used to express the story visually. Why I'm saying is script writers or screenwriters write for film, television, video games, and now even online web series also. So script writing or storyboarding is very very important for developing learning or e-content material. A storyboard is a visual representation of a film sequence and breaks down the action into individual panels. Why? Because it's a logical, it should be a sequential manner. It is a series of ordered drawings with the camera direction, dialogue, or other pertinent details. It sketches out how a video will unfold shot by shot. So each and everything should be clearly stated in storyboard. It's a similar to trial run for your finished film or video or commercial laid out in a comic book like form. You can see drawings or sketches, references, images or photographs to represent each frame, where the presenter's photo will appear, or where the title of the topic, content topic will appear. Animations or graphics, images, which color, which font. So all those things will be clearly stated. A description of this shot, any relevant information on the action, dialogue, or composition, shot size, lens size, what, and also should be representing in a clear manner. A storyboard is a graphic representation of how your video will unfold shot by shot. You can see it's made up of a number of squares with illustrations or a picture representing each shot, with notes about what's going on in the scene and what's being said in the script during the shot. So thinks of it as a sort of comic book version of your script. We can see next one, hand-drawn storyboards. We can see title, actually easy licensing by something, action voiceover, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. So this is what hand-drawn storyboards. Figures are enough, sometimes we can draw. So this is what four column storyboard which will be used in our department. We used to use this format. So first one is audio, text, graphics, images, animations, and audio, text, graphic notes. So the first frame, background music, the audio file. Suppose the developer is willing to give some their own audio files, we have to give and mention the audio file name also. So here I have mentioned audio 1.mp3, and coming to the text, National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research presents. So this is the first frame. When audio plays, the text will appear in the first frame, and the next graphics, images or animation or video. Here, four logos of the institutions. So I am integrating four logos. That's why I have given four logos of the institutions. Logo 1.jpg, logo 2.jpg, logo 3.jpg, logo 4.jpg, and the last one is audio, text, or graphic notes. Here I have given two. One is National Institute presence. That time zoom out function will be used, 5 seconds. So here you can see what performance will be taken, how many seconds will it be happen, and located 1/3 from bottom. So where it will be appear on the screen. So bottom left or bottom right or top right, top left, center. So each and everything will be clearly stated, clearly given in this storyboard. And next one is four logos. After zoom of the text ends, four logos appear horizontally on top of the text, one after another. So each and everything should be clearly stated in the storyboard. So this is what we I mean following in our department. Right. See, this is what very very important. Uh, for each and every e-content developer, three eyes are very very important. One is analyze, another one is visualize, third one is criticize. So before developing or before creating e-content material, so analyze is very very important. See, just now we have seen how the analysis, content analysis, context analysis, need analysis. So all those things we have to analyze. So based on the analysis phase only, we can design, we can develop, we can implement, we can evaluate. After analysis over, the next phase is visualize. So if we can think how it will come or how it will appear. So all those things we can visualize, we can think, we can imagine it, how it will come. So all those things, the second I means visualize. Third one is criticize ourselves. If we have any changes, or here we can change the font size or color or background or foreground, or whatever it may be, we can criticize our size. So three eyes are very very important when we create the e-learning material or e-content material. And apart from guidelines for curating e-content, actually we can see the quality parameters of e-content. So the first one is target audience are very very important. Why? Because we should mind what are the age group, what previous knowledge they have learned earlier, what are the social and cultural background, what are the learning styles, language, demographic information, emotional development, ability level, social development. So all those things we have to carefully observe before, I mean, the target audience, before preparing. And the next one is content. The content should be accurate one. It should be a relevance to the target audience. It should be cover all the content, I mean content coverage, updated, aligned with the curriculum, spatial contiguity, temporal contiguity, scope and depth appropriateness to the target audience, level of difficulty, integration of real world experiences. So it meet all the expectations. That's what the content should be, very very accuracy and relevance. Third one is a pedagogical consideration. So the objectives of the material, I mean objectives, methods of delivering content, media selection, presentation format, free from bias, I mean copyright issues, contextual to local needs, scope for interaction, use of relevant images, examples, illustrations, support continuous learning, multiple modes of assessment, learner engagement, skill development. So all the pedagogical considerations are carefully designed. And the fourth one is presentation. We should the quality parameters. The fourth one is presentation. Actually, it focuses on aesthetics, literary and social values, motivation, innovative and creativity, universal design of learning. What are the fonts used? How effects it's animated or designed, coherence in media elements, junking and organization, scope for personalization, interactivity, suitability for a learner with special needs, addressing gender equality, multiculturalism, etc. So presentation, it's related to all those things. And the fifth one is technical features, file format, architecture, usability, interaction, navigation, adaptation, reusability, metadata, interoperability, compliance, accessibility, loading time, license, durations. So in what format it is, I mean export, and which media will be used for, I mean supplying the material to all the target audience. So all those things, technical features. The last one is administrative considerations, about cost, delivery mechanism, support services, training, maintenance, infrastructures, and technical requirement, source of procurement access, etc. So this is what the quality parameters. So this is the total, I mean, process or phases for developing e-learning material. Again, these are all same. And I will tell another one thing. In UGC also, they are following a 4-quadrant approach in e-content development. The first quadrant, text, I mean e-text. Content writer is expected to write detailed write-up on the topic of module as per content structure. The textual description should also be enriched with the multimedia supplements wherever applicable. And the multimedia supplements may include images, animations, graphics, video or audio clips, line drawings, hand drawings, whichever applicable possible. And for each topic or subtopic, content writer should use examples to explain the module if required. So this is what explain the first quadrant, e-text. The second quadrant, self-learning. So in this quadrant, content writer is expected to provide video tutorial which will explain the topic of the module. The tutorial may also include multimedia, animation, documentary, or simulation, virtual, etc. So first quadrant about e-text, second quadrant about self-learning. A third quadrant about to learn more or a source for further reading. Actually, we can give links for web resources or other links. This quadrant contains supplementary materials of the topic of the module in different forms like other related reading materials, source of further reading such as books, articles, or any links or websites dealing with the related topic. The third quadrant related to links related to articles or books or webs, something. The fourth quadrant is about self-assessment or evaluation. Content writer should provide minimum, 10 to 15 questions for each module in multiple choice questions with the answer or true or false statements. Make necessary changes and enhancement in the content as suggested by the reviewer. Actually, 4 quadrant approaches are used while developing this e-content material. First one is e-text, and second self-learning, third more sources for further reading or web resources, and last one is assessment or evaluation. As script writing already we have seen, right? So here I would like to stop. So this is what the process of developing e-learning material or e-content material. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So with this, I conclude my session. This is for the phases of developing e-content material. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your patient listening.
Ma'am, shall we wind up the session, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க சார். फोन पण नाहीये ते कट न करता है तो कट करतो करतो
इकडे गेलो दवाखान्यात घेऊन गेलो जाऊन आलं ना मेरी साली